it's Steam here, and today we're gonna talk about this fight I had with the kid that absolutely sucks. But before I start this, don't do anything I did. Let's just get to it. So, it was around 2 weeks before the last day of school, and I get informed the day after I missed a whole week of school, like I usually did. Anyways, I get informed that he started making jokes and making fun of my father problems throughout that entire week because I was gone. And I got informed by this kid named John. That's not his actual name, but yeah. So he informs me, and then the same guy, John, says, "Hey, what about this? What about the last day of school, you punched DJ?" That's the kid's name. And I'm like, that's a decent idea, I'll think about it. So the night comes after he told me that, and I was coming to my mom, I'm like, hey, curious question, what if I punched this kid in the face? Because my mom already knows about what this little kid did. Don't worry, he's in my grade, he's just very small. And she's like, well, if you did, I'm gonna act like I heard nothing. So I'm like, bet I can get away with this. So it's about a week before the last day of school, and it's PE, and the DJ makes this bright and amazing comment saying, "Oh, you're too scared to fight me. If you even tried fighting me, I'll break your glasses," and you would whine. He more talk like this because he was trying to make his voice deeper. So I'm like, okay, sure, keep talking and everything like that. So here comes the last day of school. I'm sitting at my desk, and all this kid does, because my teacher decided to move me next to him. I don't even know why. All he does is make moaning sounds and joke around and thinks he's funny. No one finds him funny. So comes the last day of school, and yeah, all he does was kept talking to me and everything like that. So here comes lunchtime. Talking to my friends, I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna punch him in the face. So me and my friends just sit around the table, and then the DJ kid comes up and he goes, bro, you're gonna beat up Noor? That's sick. Noor was one of my friends. And I'm like, sure, because I didn't want him to know I was gonna beat him up. So it's lunch recess. The first bell goes off, and I'm like, okay, this better be my time to do it. So somehow everyone finds out about it, every single person, and they all just crowd around me. And DJ has this ball that he was playing with the principal with, and the principal goes back inside because I don't want the principal just to come up and break it up. So Hank, shut up, please. So it's the last part of the recess, and I'm coming up to him to do it, and my friend, my friend, Cena, sure, stands on a table and just starts chanting, and I have no clue why. So I just come up, I punch at him, he blocks it. Second he puts his arm down, socks him in the nose. This kid was fast, and he bolted for his life. And he comes up to the dude and goes, help me, he's trying to beat me up. And the dude's like, hey, Alex, you shouldn't, just don't punch him again. So then he goes inside with one of my friends I thought was, like, gonna be good to me. If that makes any sense. Like, one of my good friends helps him inside to the principal's, just so he could tell the principal. So then there's like 5 minutes left to recess, and the good chill duty comes up to me and it's like, hey, Alex, I guess the principal needs you. And everyone's just chanting like, you got this, Alex, or like, free my boy, and everything like that. So I go to the principal, and he goes, really, Alex? The last day of school you decide to do this? I'm like, yep, if you want my mom's number, it's right there. And I said my mom's number. So he's like, oh no, we don't need that. And then he goes out of his office for like 5 minutes talking to my actual principal. That was my vice principal talking to me. And he goes, we're thinking about calling the police. And I'm like, okay. Because I guess what was it called? I did battery. I committed battery, yeah. So then another 10 minutes goes by, and I'm thinking, oh god, I'm about to get arrested or something like that. He comes back in, he's like, okay, so the principal said we're not going to call the cops. So now I'm going to call your mom to come pick you up. And I'm like, alright, bet. And you mind this, the last day of school ended at 2:30 and it was 11 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it was like around 10 o'clock at least. And, so, so the principal comes in, calls my mom, and I have to sit out in this table area outside of the, like, front door, because the office is right there and the front door is right here. The front door is in front of the office. That's what I'm trying to say. So as I'm walking past DJ, who's crying, he's bawling his eyes out with an ice pack on his nose, I pull my mask down and just slightly smile at him. And then I go sit at the table, and I sit there for like 20 minutes as mom comes by, and I do the same thing to his mom. Don't think his mom saw him, but yeah. So I'm just sitting there laughing. And every time a principal or teacher or whatever comes by, I stop laughing and I act like I'm super serious. Then I see my mom come by, and then apparently my principal told DJ that last year Alex was the little kid, and now you're the short kid and you get picked on, or something like that. Something about how he gets picked on now because he picked on me last year, I think. Yeah, something like that. And so we're walking out of school, and recess was way over by then, like 30 minutes past. And my mom, and I was like, Mom, I did it. And she's like, Alex, well, I need to stay cool. It's just so I can act like I'm a great mom. And so I walked to the car, and I thought the day was gonna be over, but it's not over. It's not over yet. So I'm sitting, and I get a call from random number. It's my friend Malachichi. Yeah, and he's like, bro, you did it. And I get another call from another person, then Malachi calls me back, and he has like all of my friends walking with him, and they're just yelling, let's go. And then I get a FaceTime from my friend Eli. They want to talk to my mom, and they're like, Alex's mom, you're a legend, and everything like that. Then after everyone hangs up and everything, I get a text from my friend Sina saying, bro, everyone in the last part of the school is yelling free Alex. He did nothing. Yeah, that's where the story ends. Remember, don't be like this kid DJ, or that's gonna happen to you. Remember, this kid's scrawny, small, and it's just really funny when he tries insulting people.